Okay, here again we have a division problem where we are dividing by a binomial, which is not a monomial. So remember, if we were supposed to divide by a monomial, we could separate out our terms into smaller fractions and deal with it. But because we are dividing by something other than a monomial, we have no choice here but to do long division. Now, we're also going to have a very special situation that happens in this problem that we needed to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead and write this out as the long division. So this will be x cubed minus 5x squared minus 2x plus 10 divided by, now I want you to notice as we wrote in this polynomial, our highest power of x was 3, and then it went 3, 2, 1, no x's. It has to be in perfect descending order. If it is not, then we have to put in a 0 placeholder so that we have this in perfect descending order. We did this in a previous section where we were practicing that so that we could use it here. Now, not only do we do that for what we're dividing into, but we also have to do that for what we're dividing by. So here we have x squared minus 2 as our divisor, what we're dividing by. So I need to start out with x squared, but now normally we would have x term next. I don't have one, so I have to put in a 0x for a placeholder, and then minus 2. Now we can begin doing our division. That's a crucial step that you have to put in if you're missing a term. All right, now we start in with our long division. What do we have to multiply times x squared to get x cubed? Well, that would be an x. So I'm going to keep x's nice and lined up in my x column here. And then we're going to multiply diagonally. So x times x squared plus 0x minus 2 would be x cubed plus 0x squareds, and then minus 2x. Now, instead of subtracting, I'm going to have to subtract every single term. So I always kind of circle mine after I have changed them, and I do it in a different color too every time, just to make sure that I can remember that I actually did subtract every term. So our x cubed minus x cubed is gone. Minus 5x squared minus 0x squared is minus 5x squared. And minus 2x's plus 2x's is no x's. Anytime you have a 0x, also it doesn't matter whether you put plus or minus, because 0 is neutral. It's like Switzerland. It's neither negative nor positive. Now we drop our next term and we continue on. So what do we have to multiply to x squared in order to get negative 5x squared? Well, that would be a negative 5. And then we multiply diagonally. So negative 5 times x squared plus 0x minus 2 would be negative 5x squared plus 0 x's. See, again, it doesn't matter whether you do plus or minus on the 0. It's the same exact thing. Negative 5 times the negative 2 would make a positive 10. And then rather than just put a minus out here, we need to subtract every single term. So our negative 5x squared plus 5x squared cancels. 0x and 0x is nothing. 10 minus 10 is nothing, so we have again a 0 remainder. So that means the division here is x minus 5.